One of my favorite episodes from Spider Man and His Amazing Friends is the X Men adventure. It begins with Firestar in the Danger Room. At first, she seems to be doing well, but things go horribly wrong, and she's rather discouraged. But the other X Men and Spider Man encourage her. Spider Man even sets up a Danger Room session for himself. We get to see the X Men in plain clothes, which is pretty cool. Kitty warns Spider Man that it may not be so fun. Things do go horribly awry, but it's not Spider Man's fault. The villain of the week, Cyberiad, has taken control of the X Men's computer. Professor X says that one of them knows more about Cyberiad. Firestar knows who Cyberiad really is. He was Nathan Price, a researcher. She was in love with him. These two criminals who look like they're from AIM invade and cause a catastrophe, and this is how Nathan is turned into Cyberiad. And he loses his mind and is out to destroy Firestar and those close to her, like the X Men. It was cool to see the Chris Claremont, Dave Cockrum X Men here, like Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus. They also include Kitty Pryde, aka Shadowcat, who is called Sprite here. I like that they had Thunderbird in this episode, but for those that were following along in the comic, this probably wouldn't have made much sense given that the character had been deceased for years in the comic. But each one of the X-Men gets to use their powers in a cool way. Kitty frees everybody by phasing through a wall. Siberia decides to combine physical traps with the X-Men's worst fears. Thunderbird turns into a bear inexplicably, but saves the day. Siberiad is a clever villain using traps that work against the X-Men's powers as well as psychological, so he plays tricks and generally uses mind games on them. This is one of the most well-written episodes of a series. Just when the X-Men have solved one problem, there's two more. So in that sense, it's an engaging episode. The X-Men each get to use their powers dynamically, but ultimately this is Firestar a Firestar focused episode. And the final and the conclusion of this episode is tragic, beautiful, and involves some character development for Firestar. She is not the cheerful character she usually is at the end of this episode, and it's quite striking for that reason. So I would put the X-Men adventure on your must-see list of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends episodes. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.